Welcome back to Mario 2, 3, 4.
You fucked it up. Alright, Frank was literally sobbing in between episodes saying, I still have more that I want to talk about when it comes to Mario Galaxy. It's my favorite.
Put the gaslighting in there, because no one's believing that shit.
Everyone believes everything I say.
I mean, like, you know, I did like how they kind of, you know, obviously, you know, it wasn't perfect. They kind of half-assed it, but it was nice of them to start doing some of like the Bowser characterization that we've seen in like the somewhat more recent Mario games.
I kind of liked it, but I also feel like it kind of just it felt very flimsy at the end.
Yeah, that's why I say it's like kind of half-assed, and it's not like perfect, but
they didn't really learn anything. They just kind of they were good for a bit, and then they were bad, and then Bowser's fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, spoiler alert, he fucking dies, man. Like,
I don't believe that. It's freaking Mario. Bowser comes back anyway.
Yeah, he'll do something. He'll, like, grow his skin.
And
back
also,
it was a bit fucked up.
The Koopas become Bone Koopas, and then they keep living forever anyway. Bowser's in jail. He can't get out at the moment.
I will say, the movie theater was just empty because I went at a very, like, weekday, 11 o'clock in the morning on a Friday. So there was, like, 3 other people in the theater, but I was silently pogging when Luigi drew Mr. Game & Watch. And I'm like, oh, here comes the fucking 9.
Oh,
He's gonna hit him with the fucking 9.
That's what he's called. I forgot what that guy was called. But I was like, all I can think of is from Smash, but he's like an old Nintendo character.
And it's like, obviously, you know, Smash Bros. Stuff, but like, it's still like a relatively normal thing to be like, haha, we're making the joke that like Luigi just can't draw well, so he draws a stick guy. Like, that's funny.
Yeah, it's somewhat entertaining, but again, it's all just fan service shit, you know, it doesn't really amount to much. But yeah, I mean, but again, like, I was pogging too. I was like, oh, look, there's a guy. I just, like, I don't know. I think our theater experience was pretty packed to the brim, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, there was like a kid's birthday party the session before us. So I was like, here we are, 2 30-year-old men going to watch a freaking kids movie again.
I mean, we're not the only ones, alright?
No, we're not.
There were plenty of 30-year-olds seeing the Mario movie, I'm just saying. But you can't be annoyed that there were kids there. No. It's just like, well, you know, like, we're definitely the odd ones here. And I try not to be. It's like, it's when you try to see a slightly more adult film, and there's a kid running around and screaming that you're just like, come on, man.
When I saw the Minecraft movie, there were a lot more, like, 30-year-olds to 40-year-olds watching that thing. Because of the time, like... I watched it at like 9 p.m. on a Sunday night.
Well, there you go. That's probably why.
Compared to like the time that we watched the Mario 2 movie.
Oh, come on.
At freaking whatever time it was, like 11 in the morning or something.
And we saw it on the weekend as well, so we were asking for trouble. Actually, a little side anecdote to that is my brother went and saw the Mario Galaxy movie with my nephew. And apparently my nephew just ran around the whole time, and they barely saw the film because he was just running around and screaming and trying to get into the projector room and all this kind of stuff. Which, if I may just indulge for one brief moment, if I may break the fourth wall, as it were.
Yeah.
My brother watches same industry with my nephew, and apparently my nephew is quite into it. So hello.
Hey.
Hello there, my dear sweet nephew. I'm not going to say your name. I'm not going to dox you.
Yeah, dox him in real time
on
right
camera,
now.
But just know that your uncle loves you very much. Your Unky Liam loves you very, very much. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Anyway, we can go back to talk about random BS like Frank likes to do all the time. There's a lot more video game movies coming out these days, and within like a week or like a month or something like that, there's been a lot of news on 2 particular films, 2 FromSoft films. I don't know if you guys have heard about that.
No.
But there's an Elden Ring movie that's apparently already in like the casting phase or something like that.
Of course.
Hear about that, but okay.
You did not hear about that?
The best game of all time has got a movie coming?
Yep.
Yes. This is what I've been waiting my whole life for.
I don't know who's making it. I think it's some bigger company, maybe. I don't know. But there's also the Bloodborne movie, which apparently is being made by Jacksepticeye. Which
cool, man.
Yeah, that was pretty well my thoughts on it. Just a little thumbs up. I don't know enough about Jacksepticeye to know to have a lot of faith in it.
Yeah.
Like when Markiplier was doing Iron Lung, I know enough about Mark that I was like, ooh, I really want to see this. Like I'm looking forward to this.
Okay.
But when I heard Jacksepticeye was doing Bloodborne, I was like,
Okay.
I don't really know what to think about that. But what do you guys think about the best game ever getting the best film ever, and also Elden Ring?
I don't know what to say about it, man.
We're gonna go in.
I can't wait.
We're not all gonna skip into the fucking.
I can't wait for
Elden
Jim.
Ring movie
I
hand in
can't
hand
wait
and
for
watch
Jim
with
Carrey to
anticipation.
be playing as Patches, in both movies.
Yes.
That'd be fucking awesome. You say
Yes.
that as a joke, but
What's
I
the
love that.
okay? So obviously Zendaya's got to be in one of these movies.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's mandatory. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know much about Elden Ring,
So
or rather, I don't care to.
Tom Holland's going to be the main character, and then Zendaya's going to be the princess.
That's obvious.
Or,
and
yeah.
Jack Black will be the bad guy. And,
Yes.
we know all this. And Anya
Yeah.
Taylor-Joy will be someone, and yeah.
And Jacksepticeye will be Gurman.
I mean, they have good stories, but they're more like good lore than good stories, It's like...
Yeah.
I also feel kind of conflicted about the fact that,
Oh,
like...
thank God.
Why are we getting a Bloodborne movie and an Elden Ring movie before, like Dark Souls, I'm not saying
Yeah.
that, like, it's illegal or anything like that, but it's just like... Dark Souls is good, too. Like, there's a lot to draw from for Dark
Yeah.
Souls.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I would rather see a Bloodborne movie before a Dark Souls one, but I think I would rather see a Dark Souls one before an Elden Ring one.
Yeah,
I feel
definitely.
like the setting for Bloodborne just makes a better movie, I think.
Yes, I would agree so, because Bloodborne has like a real like unraveling of the story as it goes, as you kind of figure out the mystery of the world and like what's actually happening. I think there's a pretty good underlying narrative there. I mean, I fucking love Bloodborne and its
Yeah.
story and narrative.
I
just
think-
like I don't know. I just have a question mark over my head when it comes to adapting it into a film, particularly being helmed by someone like Jacksepticeye, which again I just don't know enough about to properly judge his filmmaking capabilities. Like the last time I checked on him, he was making like a coffee brand, and I was like, okay, is that a thing you do? Do you make coffee?
I think they chose Bloodborne and Elden Ring, but just on pure numbers alone. Like, I guess Bloodborne sold a lot of copies and Elden Ring sold a lot of copies, and that's all it's about.
No, well, that's probably it for Elden Ring, but Bloodborne is definitely apparently it's Jacksepticeye's favorite game ever, and he wanted to do
So
it.
who's giving him the keys then?
I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Like I said, it's been announced, and I think that's all there is to
Why
it.
didn't they get some random TikToker to wouldn't that be the thing to do?
To what?
To
Random TikToker
direct
to
the
what,
direct
make
the
film?
movie, because it sounds like an odd choice of anyone.
Well, no, it was
Jacksepticeye.
his choice. He wanted, like, he was the one he's helming it. He's not just directing it.
Okay.
He came up with the
Yeah.
idea.
So yeah, I feel like there's got to be a lot more. So he just decided that he was gonna make a movie, and then FromSoft's like, yeah, we've got you.
I guess. I don't know. I wasn't there in the meeting room. I wish I was.
Yeah, alright.
I probably would have said a couple things.
We don't have enough information for this.
I guess so. It's more just like, what do you guys think of the concept of like of that?
Of a YouTuber directing a movie.
Well, not that. I mean, I'm fine with that because there's actually apparently a lot of good YouTube movies. There's like a new one that came out called Obsession. I think Obsession's it. Apparently it's doing fantastically, but I don't even know the YouTuber who made it or what it's about or anything.
Alright.
I'm very behind on the times on literally everything that's popular, so I mean...
Yeah,
you know,
pretty much. I'm not very far behind you there.
But part of that's due to the fact that I kind of deliberately... Great job. You're really not good at the whole ring
Ring-getting thing.
ring dash.
Well, I press B and the shadow goes through the rings, but he doesn't grab them.
You can't do the thing that happened in Sonic Adventure where you glow and then it locks you onto the rings.
Yeah. Why don't you just do that?
Yeah, man.
Can you do that? I don't know
know.
if Sonic Heroes can do that. I don't think I've seen that happen in this game.
No, that glowing thing is only in Sonic Adventure 1. By the way, I posted my Sonic Adventure 1
I
video.
know, it's 2 hours long.
It's 2.5 hours.
Oh, it's
long.
2.5 hours long. Okay, I'm sorry.
Therefore, completely unwatchable.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I say
the
that as
reason I'm
someone
bringing it
who's-
up is not because I made it. It's
Yeah.
because this is kind of my last big video for a
Yes.
while, guy. I'm retiring from YouTube forever. That's it. I'm done.
becoming a full-time comic
See you later.
maker.
I will be making.
Well,
yes,
if you
I'm gonna be
retire from
working-
YouTube, what the fuck are we doing here then?
I know, right? It's because Mabini like literally chained me up and brought me out here against my fucking will.
Yeah, he's locked up in my basement most of the time.
That's why I don't play the games anymore. It's because my hands are literally bound to the chair that I sit on.
And he has to do all of his drawings on paper, and then I give him like a very limited computer to do things on with no video games on them. So he's just
Gives me a Windows XP.
So he's just not allowed to do anything except make comics.
Honestly, that's kind of nice. I would do anything to get out of this fucking modern age of technology that's destroying my life. Oh god, I have so many topics to go off of that. But yeah, so I guess I should. I mean, I talked about. I had a stream as well. That's another topic in its own right. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'll just kind of recap that, which is that I'm not retiring from YouTube, but I am flipping the switch, as it were, because as I put it on my stream, a very big event happened in February, which is that I turned 30, and I kind of decided, like, man, if I'm gonna get this comic done, I really gotta like shift gears, because for far too long my priority has been YouTube. If something pops up with YouTube wise, like, I will drop whatever else I'm working on to work on it. You know, like
Right.
with Hollow Knight, when Silksong came out, when Team Fortress Classified came out, all this kind of stuff. I always would prioritize it, and it just was this constant chain, like, particularly when I was doing like Fortnite shit, like, oh my god, like, I don't know what I was thinking, like, Fortnite's constantly updating, man, like, how was I ever going to cover all that? Which I'm not ever playing Fortnite again, which is, so that kind of solves itself. But I decided that, so basically the way I've seen it for a while is that for a really long time, for like, I don't know, 16 years or however long I've been doing this shit, YouTube's been the priority, and drawings have been second, or, you know, working on comics and writing all this stuff. Well, basically, YouTube first, everything else second.
Right.
And the way I would describe it is, like, in a month, I'd say like 3.5 weeks are dedicated to YouTube, and like half a week dedicated to working on my comic. And I've decided just to flip that on its head. So I'm still working on YouTube stuff, like I'm doing this shit right now, but these fucking bozos, because they begged me to. But yeah, I'm gonna really try and focus on the comic, which has not gone. It's not really started yet.
Oh.
I mean, it kind of has. I've been doing some writing sessions and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
I must say this last 2 weeks have basically just been a lot of cleanup.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's fine. That's what you gotta do when you're changing things. You gotta do a little bit of housekeeping.
Yeah, it is kind of annoying though, because it definitely feels like it's just kind of never ending, you know. Because one of the things I did last week is I streamed, and the reason I did the stream is that I wanted to basically just open a dialogue with my audience. I know that's very corporate speak, but I like to keep my audience in the loop. So what I wanted to do was just, you know, say this is what the situation is for anyone who's interested. If you have any questions about anything, whether it be the kind of moving on or not. And that went pretty well, I think. Went for a good 3 hours. Mabini was there roasting me the whole time.
Yep. Reminding you about things that make you sad.
Yeah, it was great.
That's what I'm here for. Yeah.
That was good. And there was actually a decent amount of people there asking questions. I was pretty happy about that. It was sort of funny right at the end. Like, things were slowing down a bit. I was like, okay, now's a good time to kind of wind down. I brought up like the topic about Hollow Knight or something like that, and then the chat kind of blew up, and I was like, oh, I probably should. No, I'll stick to that. I had things to do, but that was fun because I don't stream. I guess I should probably clarify. I haven't streamed since like 2020, I think.
I think the problem was
on
using Twitch. That was the problem.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I have a lot of thoughts on streaming, but overall, I just wanted it to be a brief, fun thing that's now there. You can watch it on my channel whenever you want.
Yeah.
Except, you know, you'll just have to mind the fact that my audio is surprisingly low and sounds underwater because my computer decided to turn on a fucking AI filter for some
Your
reason.
computer has a mind of its own. It's got its own AI.
It does. It fucking does. I hate it.
It's
I hate
like,
it.
love
while he's
technology.
not in the window, I'm gonna change everything back to the way I had it.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know. I was just slightly peeved afterwards. Like, why did no one tell me I sounded like I was under fucking water the whole time? I mean,
It
it's
sounded
listenable.
fine to us.
It sounds okay, but like for me, I was like, that's not my usual.
You're
mic
like an
quality.
audiophobe, I think, or something
It
like
perturbs
that.
me. An
Audio-
audiophobe.
Is it audiophobe or audiophile?
It's audiophile.
No,
Audiophile, I think it is. But I like audiophone better.
Audiophone.
And I'm definitely not an audiophile, I can tell you right now. We were talking about my brother watching this earlier. He probably spat out his drink when you called me that. But anyway, so now I'm gonna be fully focused on my comic, Brimstone Beach. I'm gonna get that out. I'm gonna get the first issue out, and then I'm gonna try and really kind of get the ball rolling on the subsequent issues. Because the first issue, I think I've explained this many times, but the first issue is like full color, full backgrounds, full shading, full lighting, full highlights, full line art, rendering, everything. Every panel is essentially like a full art piece, and that's partially why it's taken so long. But the main reason is obviously that I've just prioritizing other things, and it's just taken forever. But I'm very excited for that. I've definitely been like moving the gears. I've been thinking about it more and more, doing a lot more writing, and a little bit more drawing, and like it's still taking a little bit to get into it. This is kind of my last big day doing like YouTube stuff. There'll be a little bit more tomorrow. But I can't talk about that stuff. But I kind of have there's a little thing that happened to me recently, and it's one of those things where I was like, really? Right now? This is when this is happening, and I've been feeling very, very conflicted about it.
Did
So
you get a
something happened
sponsorship offer?
about a week ago. A sponsorship offer? No.
Oh,
No, it's not YouTube related.
okay.
It's good. Don't worry. Well, I mean, it's kind of good. It's good and bad because it's like basically something I'd been waiting for like, oh god, like 5-6 plus years, maybe even like more than that. I don't know. Something I've been waiting for a really long time finally happened, and I was like, oh no, not right now.
Silk Song 2 came out.
Yeah, that's exactly it. No, one night I was pondering, as I were, about the current state of things, and suddenly inspiration struck me like a slap in the night. Finally, after all these years, the inspiration for Edited,
Oh,
my first big story, hit me.
yeah.
And I'm like, no, not right now. Are you kidding me?
But that's like
right
lightning.
before
You
I get
have to-
full
you
time
have to
into
capture
Brimstone
it.
Beach, I'm finally inspired for Edited.
No,
So-
Edited your baby. You have to capture that one. It's your first
No,
baby. It's the firstborn son.
It is my firstborn son. Okay, so I gotta tell the little story of that. So for those of you who don't know, throughout most of high school, I was writing a story called Edited.
Yes.
I think I started it when I was like, I don't know, 14 or something like that, and I kept going until I was like 22 or something crazy like that. And I spent a really long time on it, and it was this huge, huge world. It was this big epic. It was this billion characters and all sorts of storylines and stuff like that. But it was taking so long to create, and it really wasn't like it was very much running on a treadmill, kind of like just I was making stuff, but I wasn't making progress. And I decided to stop it for a while to work on what was going to be a shorter story, that being Cass. And then that went on for a while and didn't end either. That has its own problem. That's a whole other story. But the thing about Edited is when I was writing Cass, by the time I started writing it, I really started to look back on Edited and realize, like, hold on, this is garbage. I mean, a better way to put it is, like, when I first started writing Edited, I was like a 14-year-old and I literally knew nothing about story writing or structure or character or anything like that. It was just a bunch of shit that I liked put together into a vague story format, right? During that period, I learned and I studied and I learned a lot about story writing, and I still am to this day, obviously, but I am like 1,000,000% better than I was when I first started Edited. And the issue that I found is that when I was a kid, when I was 14 years old making this fucking story, I was making the foundations to it, right? I was making the core base concepts, the core characters, the core world.
Yeah.
And it was just so flimsy that it made the whole story fall down, you know? It basically, like, imagine working on any, like, it was essentially like I was a 22-year-old or whatever, working with a 14-year-old, you know, who didn't know anything. Like, how is that going to work? You know, imagine building a house and a fucking 14-year-old who's never touched a brick before laid the foundation, you know? I realized that Edited just, it wasn't going to work, and that I needed to really kind of put it back on the back burner. I gotta restart it, basically. I was like, I gotta let it simmer in the back of my mind and eventually, like, kind of tear it all down and rebuild it again with the knowledge I know now. And then in that time, I continued to work on Cass, and now I'm working on Brimstone Beach. And I've been working on Brimstone Beach for a good fair few years, and I'm super into it. I'm so ready to really pour everything into it. And over the years, occasionally I'd think about Edited, and I'd get some ideas here and there, but nothing that strong. But yeah, about a week ago, just one night, it just struck me. But if you want to hear the rest of that story, you gotta wait till next time. Okay, bye.
Well.